I got a question. Back up in my suite, chilling. Down here chilling in Universal Orlando. And I just got some news. Coco and fam, what's happening? Thanks for jumping on. Just got a question for everybody, and I'm kind of disturbed because I don't hear it being talked about in the news. And y'all know I'm always the one that's going to try to bring the story to you first. I'm sitting here reading Behold a Pale Horse. If you don't have this book, I encourage you to get a copy of it. This book right here will really open your eyes to a lot of things. I'm also reading Accessory to War. If you don't have this book, you need to have this up here in your head, y'all. Real talk. But that's not why I came live. I came live because, and I'm going to leave this live up for a while because it's a shame. Recently, somebody sent me a picture of a bunch of burned bodies. A lot of them, like they was torched. And they didn't tell me where it was at. They just said, take a look at this. And I looked at it, and I was like, wow, where did this happen? What is this I'm looking at? And they said it's in Africa. And I said, where in Africa? They said, well, in Nigeria. And they said it's not being talked about on the news. So I said, well, let me go in and try to find out, what's going on. So I went and did some digging, and I didn't have to dig far. Big Lyric was happening. I didn't have to dig far to find out that there is a situation happening right now in Africa. And when I say Africa, I don't mean the whole continent. I just mean in South Africa. If you know anything about Africa, you know that South Africa is the portion of Africa that white Europeans managed to push their way into and claim it as their own, trying to create a country inside of a place that already had 50 some odd countries. And they called it South Africa. And for a long time, they tried to impose that same bullshit methodology of a few of us control all the resources and control y'all too. That's exactly what they're trying to do to y'all here in the United States. A lot of y'all don't recognize that it's apartheid 2.0. But my good folks in Africa, hold on a second, let me turn this down because I keep telling y'all, people just love to try to get at me when I'm trying to talk to y'all and share some with y'all that I found out. Is it the xenophobia issue I've been? Yes, it's exactly what I'm about to talk about. But I think we need to be careful that we control the narrative. So I'm breaking this story in America, but I'm breaking it correctly. Do not listen to CBS, NBC, ABC, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, none of these corporate-owned media outlets. Let me tell y'all something. Most of y'all don't recognize this, but all corporate media is a show. It is a slickly produced show where they pick and choose what topics and how those topics are told to you. And if you don't do any critical thinking, you sit there and believe everything they tell you. It's hard to argue with a person who won't open their eyes to the truth. So I never believe anything that I hear about on mainstream media. I go and I do my own research, and then I can compare the two and see who's telling the truth and who's lying, and then I question why they're lying to me. Because people only lie to you when they feel that the truth may give you an advantage over them. So whenever someone's lying to you, remember, just sit back and go, how does this profit them by them lying? It keeps you at a disadvantage. When the truth come out, a lot of times they're not prepared or they're not brave enough to handle your response to the truth. So even though I'm out and about and, I'm counting my loot and I'm doing my reading and, like I said, I'm down here in Disney World and Universal City Orlando, I still got one ear to my people. And I want to share this information with y'all because they're not telling y'all this on the news. Now, y'all remember short while back, y'all heard that in Africa, all of the people was fighting to get their land back. You know, remember, white people got a lot of nerve trying to tell people where they can and can't go when they have invaded every place that they've ever set foot on, and they're from nowhere that they claim they don't want nobody else to be. How the hell you gonna tell somebody they can't come to a land that you invaded, that you're squatting on, that you committed genocide against all the people who were here, enslaved another group of people to help you build the damn thing, and then got the nerve to turn around and say other people aren't welcome here? You want me to go back to Africa? You take your ass back to the Caucasus Mountains. And then we can all start over again. Until then, I don't want to hear that bullshit about go back to where you came from. You're an immigrant. Motherfucker, you're an invader and a squatter. But we already know that, so I'm not going to get on that. But in Africa, you see, a lot of y'all don't realize that in the 1800s, they had a big meeting. The white folks did. And they took it upon themselves to carve up the motherland into what they thought it should be. And when they carved it up, they created all kind of conflict because they carved those lines right through tribes and had those tribes fighting each other, right? That's why they always want you to think that we're at war in Africa. But what they never tell you is that 10 out of the 15 most wealthiest people that ever walked the face of this earth come from the continent of Africa. As a matter of fact, today, 4 of them still live in Africa. Why? The resources that are there. The resources. Without Africa, the world will come to a grinding halt. Don't think it's all about oil. Every piece of plastic, every diamond y'all fighting over, every piece of silver, the money, everything comes from Africa. Uranium or all Africa. Okay? Even the people that get the work done, us, came from Africa. Now, here go the problem. A year ago, they was talking about land reform. And you saw all of these, you know, the Africans was, you know, will take their land back. And the white folks got scared. They was, oh my God, they're gonna commit terrorism. They're gonna start killing us. And if y'all remember, they had a new president who said, we ain't gonna start killing y'all yet. That's what they said. Now, how in the hell we go from that to a year later? Let me give y'all the situation right now. The news won't tell y'all this, but there is some infighting going on not only in South Africa, but in Nigeria and a few other places. And the anger is directed at not only the white folks who started this shit to start with, but also against, and I hate to say it, some sold out Negroes who actually helped put the same people back in power who used to be in charge of apartheid. What in the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Cuz I'm on the 17th floor. What the fuck was that? Y'all hold on a second. It sounds like something just hit the goddamn building. Y'all hold on. What in the fuck was that? Bruh. Oh, okay. I feel you. Okay. We good. Sorry about that, folks. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on the 17th floor? Tanya, what's going on? Oh, sure, what's happening? Let me send some waves back. I'm sitting here running my mouth. Y'all hold on a second. I do respond to the people. All right, where I left off at. So they got this situation going on in Africa where we now got black folks killing other black folks because they blame them for being a part of the situation that has consumed their economy, driven their unemployment rate up. All of a sudden, they got a lot of the same problems that we had over here. Now we got drug dealing going on. None of these things are part of our society in Africa. They suddenly popped up in the last year in South Africa where they was trying to get their land back. And now, just what you expect, they turning on each other. And to make it even worse, any Nigerian, any South African that's living in Nigeria, they're attacking them too. And y'all don't know something about how these people handle their business. Let me teach my people in America something that y'all don't do, that they still do. If you see them pull out a tire, if somebody pull out a tire, somebody's ass is about to get burnt the fuck up. Let me tell you how it go. You see, y'all always hear about, they say it takes a village to raise us. Yeah, it also takes a village to chastise and check that ass. If you ever see any, they don't show these anymore on the internet. They done cleaned it up. But I've been there and seen it. Let's say you did something horrible. You raped a little girl, or you that the dude that hit the grandmother, or the cop that mishandled the shorty in the Waffle House, and all her stuff came out, or any of these things. And then they find out you had something to do with it, and you in the neighborhood. Yeah, you in the neighborhood, but the hood ain't playing that. Everybody taking a swipe at you. You getting totally disrespected. Everybody throwing stuff at you. Everybody spitting on you, pushing you. You're a disgrace to the community. You're a disgrace to our people. So they ain't having you right now. And everybody taking steps. The old lady, the old man, everybody. And then all of a sudden, the bruh show up with the tire. Bruh, when the tire come out, that's when you need to get missing. Because here's what's going to happen. They're going to up the ante on your ass. Somebody going to hit you with a stick, a rock, or something. And while you in pain, dude going to come over and put the tire on you. Now you got tire on you. And I don't know where these cats come from. It's always a bro there who's squirting some liquid on you. And then there's a nigga just walk by with a lighter. Doom! Boom! You on fire. You gonna burn, bruh. And they gonna make sure you burn. Because while you're burning, they're throwing shit on the fire. I've seen this. That's justice. That's street justice. They burn your ass up for that shit, and then they let you burn until there's nothing left for you, and they going about their business. Now everybody going back to normal. That's what they're doing to black people from South Africa who are living in Nigeria because of what South Africa has done to the economy and the crime that they have introduced to stop these people from getting their land back. Now, y'all probably wondering, well, why Nigeria, Jay? Why Nigeria? Because Nigeria has the second largest economy next to South Africa. In other words, the bros got just as big an economy as the white squatters. And when the bros was ready to take everything back, the white folks did to them the same thing they did to us. They introduced drugs. They introduced crime. They introduced every psychological weapon. Y'all really should read this book right here. When you read this book right here and you learn what a silent weapon is, you'll find out that silent weapons are being used against us too. Silent weapons weren't originally designed to be used on us, but somebody got smart and said, you know what? Not only can we control a foreign nation and what they think, we can control our own people. Y'all have silent weapons used against y'all all the time. Now, they've enacted those weapons in Africa. So now you got black folks killing black folks. The black folks who lining up with the South African government. Here come the tire. And the picture that was sent to me, it wasn't even a tire. It looked like they lined about 25 motherfuckers up with a flamethrower and cooked them to a crisp and left them. Said, the hell with y'all. Now, all of a sudden, they interviewing the white folks, and the white folks are always trying to act appalled by the shit. I don't know why. There's no need for this. Get the fuck out of our country. There will be no more problems. But what they're also showing you is what I keep telling y'all. In order for us to break free from the mental cage that we're in the United States, we too are going to have to go to war against some of our own people. And a lot of y'all can't stomach the thought of killing another black person, but a lot of us can. That's why we got black on black crime. Now, I don't want y'all to get rid of the black on black. I just want you to direct it at the right black folks. Because that's what they did instead of doing in South Africa. They ain't talking about this on the news right now. No, they're not talking about this right now. They're not talking about a lot of stuff that's happening over in Africa because they don't want y'all to get hyped. They don't want y'all to get hyped, and this ain't the first time they've done that. A big shout out to everybody who's still taking the time out at about midnight to hear what a bro talking about. I know it's 9 something on the West Coast, but it's about 5 minutes to 12 here on the East Coast. But over in Africa, in South Africa, right now, they are burning people, looting stores, tearing up the joint. The news ain't gonna show you that. Black folks ain't having it no more. They sick of this. They want the ambassador gone. Nigeria, like, get your peoples out of here. And all you bourgeois niggas that's running around trying to identify with them, we got some for y'all too. It ain't 1, 2, they killing them. They ain't gonna tell y'all about that on the news. Same way they ain't tell y'all that the jungles is burning over there too. Who y'all think behind all of this? Why you think the whole planet caught on fire at one time? Why you think all of a sudden they got drug problems? The same type shit we had over here. What's the common denominator? When are y'all gonna wake up and stop being friends with these motherfuckers that want to see you relegated to nothing? And y'all just gonna sit there and let that shit happen. And then I gotta come on here and act a goddamn fool and talk like and mess up my goddamn vacation. Meanwhile, the president of Ghana has extended an invitation to all of you African descendants of slavery to renounce your U.S. citizenship, cut the bullshit short, and come to Ghana and be a citizen of Ghana. We ain't talking dual citizenship. That program was bullshit. The people who signed up for that, their paperwork still ain't got processed. But y'all need to understand there are 58 countries in Africa, of which I've only set foot in 4. Totally different world. But them black folks ain't having it. And y'all are. So just in case you don't hear this shit on the news, me personally, I'm down here in Orlando having a ball, but somebody had to pull me to the side and let me know. I've seen the pictures. The shit is crazy. And if that happens over there, you think they're not watching that to figure out, well, how do we deal with that in case these niggas over here act up? Because they're acting all the way up to the point where they're not just going after them. They're going after black folk too. No, it's okay. We're all friends. We can all get along. Tire and fire. No. We must build the economy together. We must integrate. Tire and fire. Wait a minute. I'm not even with them. The blood that flows in your veins is tire and fire. They're not playing with them. Now you go do your own research. I think the only place you can find something about this may be on YouTube before they take that down. But once again, I want to let my peoples know. I told y'all. Who the fuck you think got H&M ran out of South Africa? Them people don't play. I don't have to say much to inspire my African brothers and sisters to get off their ass and do something. I've been talking to y'all for 6 years. How many bodies in the ground? How many more cops don't walk? How many more crooked elections? How many more loans been denied? How many more men been placed into that bullshit child support debt system? How many more people have gone to prison while white folks don't walk? 6 years, y'all. And I'm not talking about what happened before I got in it. So that's why I stopped talking. When y'all ready to start tiring and firing motherfuckers, when y'all ready to sacrifice the little bit to get everything that we deserve, when y'all ready to take one flag down and put another flag up, when y'all ready for some folks that are military trained to train you on not only how, so y'all got the book sense part down. Y'all done figured out how the laws work. Y'all done figured out how to run for office. Y'all done figured out, how to reclaim the hood. But you motherfuckers ain't learned how to organize and fight yet. That's why I just sit back and look at you like, okay, well, they're just becoming better slaves. That's all you're doing. And then you get mad when a bro like Dave Chappelle tell the truth. He told the truth. He said shit y'all too scared to say. Like, when did it become against the law to say you ugly motherfucker? The truth is the truth. God wrote in his own word, he said, I didn't give everybody beauty on the outside. I gave a lot of people beauty on the inside, and that's their beauty. But not you motherfuckers, y'all. You called me ugly. Yeah, motherfucker, God made you ugly for a reason because you beautiful inside. You got another purpose. But you ain't happy with that either. So as I said before, when y'all get tired, that's why the people in Africa, I saw the Hidden Colors piece where the bro was saying, we don't want y'all here. I saw that part where he said, we don't want them over here. Y'all not African. Y'all was born in America. You've been in America 300-400 years. That's what he said. I kind of felt him in a way because a lot of you motherfuckers, you're not African. I don't know what you are. You ain't got no connection to your ancestry. The ancestral spirit don't speak up in y'all at all, but y'all always the quick talk about I'm awake. I'm ready to do something. You ready to do something? Well, let's do something. We spent $23 million on a goddamn chicken sandwich. But the Bahamas just got erased off the map. I don't see y'all breaking y'all goddamn neck to get down there to help them. A chicken sandwich. Lord have mercy. And they wonder why we ain't burnt this motherfucker down to the ground yet. This is the side of me that y'all don't like to see. Y'all want me doing turntables and playing music and caught up in hip-hop. Guess what? I can do that, but my main focus is always going to be this. And now they flipping in Africa right now. They are flipping over there. They killing people. They burning people, tiring and firing them, blowtorch, gasoline, setting motherfuckers on fire. You can ban all the guns you want, but you damn sure can't ban the gasoline hose. Y'all don't realize there's a totally different way to fight. Take the guns. Go ahead. We go to something different. Go ahead. What's that song? 6 Million Ways to Die, Choose One. I ain't gonna say no more. But I had to let y'all know there is a situation going on in Africa right now. South Africa is under siege right now because the bros are pissed off because last year when they said they wanted to get their land back, employment was high. They had a new president. Everything was looking good. And the white folks was about to lose. And I keep telling y'all, their mentality is if we can't have it, nobody can have it. And that's the worst kind of relationship to be in. You ever been in a relationship with a motherfucker that told you, if I can't have you, nobody can have you, and then they set out to destroy you? Now you be sitting there like, who the fuck is this person? Listen, stop falling for the bullshit. Who do all the killings? Who do all the mass shooting? Who flipped the fuck out and want to and start stabbing people? And who's stealing body parts? Killing people, cooking people, eating people. Who doing that shit? It ain't us. But you happy-go-lucky forgiving everybody, turn the other cheek motherfuckers sitting right up under these psychopathic, psychotic-ass, half-human creatures, and you sitting there trying to rationale some shit because you too lazy to build your own shit because y'all don't want to die for nothing? Lord have mercy. Lord, 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 Lord. You know, one half of me wants to leave, and I have invitations. Matter of fact, I've got a standing invitation right now to come to a country right now where they have already assured me that not only would they receive me, but they would hope that I would assume the reins of leadership for that country. That's how bad it is. One half of me wants to leave and say, you know what, them niggas deserve just what they get. But the other half of me says, no, 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 no. Y'all not going to win like that. We're not going out like that. I can't really speak too much for my team right now, but we ain't going nowhere. Fuck, we gonna go anyway. Have y'all ever noticed that when something happens to one of us, don't nobody speak up for us? No country gets upset when something happens to us. We get upset. But them folks in Africa ain't playing right now. They're not. And think about this before I go. 58 countries. I'm just talking about two that's acting up, and they not having it. You ain't heard them from the other countries. Now, before I go, I want to send a direct message to an individual that I'm acquainted with, that I'm aware of his situation, and I know it looks like nobody is doing anything about it. And that's my man, Roger Bonds. Roger Bonds, in case y'all don't know, was Diddy's right-hand man. He oversees the Ciroc portion of that empire, and he's a good dude. He is a very good dude. When the rest of y'all was running around stabbing me in my back because you listening to half-ass lies, Roger reached out to me, and Ciroc reached out, and Ciroc board DJs and was like, man, fuck all that, Jay. You got it like that. Come on down here. We did Stevie J's pool party a couple years ago. Good dude. Good dude. If you know Roger Bonds, then you know his situation with his son. His son has been in the custody of the Namibia government for 9 years with no trial, in solitary confinement 2 of those years. And it's not about trying the case. I feel you, bro. Nobody trying the case, but they won't get it, bro, his day in court. Technically, he's a prisoner of war as far as I'm concerned. And I heard something the other day where it seemed like nobody's trying to address this issue that has a voice. You know, I heard some commentary, and I just want to say this publicly to you, Roger, that I heard you. I heard you the first, second, and the third time. But one of the things that I had to learn was, how do you approach an African government? They're not like our government. There's a picture of the Queen of England bowing down before black royalty. That's the only picture that ever exists, and she's never bowed to anybody else. Now, you think about that. She was smart enough to know that if she set foot in that country, that all her whiteness and all her power meant nothing in front of the throne of those black emperors and empresses. So therefore, I have already started gently trying to feel out who I can talk to in the Namibian government, even if I got to kiss a little ass, just to say, hey, can we at least get the brother to a courtroom? I don't care about the specifics of the case, guilty or innocent, but I have to approach it gently, and I have to do it in the way that they do business. I'm going to leave you guys, and Roger, I hope this message gets to you. You have my DM. You probably got my old number. Reach out to me. But, bro, don't think that we don't see what's happening. I do. But I've learned the hard way as an American. They're running my ass up in some of these emperors and these palaces talking about, you going to do what I say and I got rights, and damn it, somebody going to do something. Yeah, tire and fire my ass. That ain't going to happen to bruh. That's how I can move through these different countries. I study their customs. And I will give you an example of what I'm talking about. And if you all have never heard this, once I do this, you will see how crooked our government is. Does it ever appear to you that you elect a president who then turns around and you do what he say? There's a name for that. That's called a dictatorship. That is not an elected official acting on behalf of the people. So here's the story in case y'all ain't never heard it. One time there was a white guy. Hold on, let me get this comment. The same people who fought over Africa like it was pizza. Yeah, they didn't fight over it. They had a meeting and they carved it up. But let me tell y'all, tell you this because I got to go. So there's a story. Watch this, black people, my African folks. Pay attention. I'm going to give you this one for free. There was a white man from Europe who went to Africa, to one of the countries in Africa. And what he wanted to do was do business in Africa. So they told him, well, you got to talk to the king. So he said, all right, I'm talk to the king. So he goes and he told bruh, I'm here to see the king. And he said, okay, well, have a seat right here. We'll let the king know that you want to talk to him. What you want to talk to him about? I want to talk to him about doing business in his country. He said, okay, no problem. So he goes in there to see the king. And the white dude sitting there, you know, because he waiting, you know, he going to get these African resources. He waiting. And all of a sudden, some bros come in. And they go right in and see the king. And then they come out and they leave. And then a couple of sisters came, you know, with the headgear on. And they went and saw the king. And then they left too. And after about 8, 9 people came and left, white man was feeling some kind of way. He like, I don't believe this motherfucker got me sitting out here while he know I'm waiting to see the king. Finally, my man come out and say, the king will see you now. So he go in to see the king, but he got an attitude now because he had to wait. And so the king was like, how can I help you? He says, well, before we even get started, what kind of king is you that I'm sitting out here waiting to talk to you and you got me? What's all this? And the king said, I don't know where you come from, but I am the king, but I am an elected king. I was elected by the people to do the people's will. So all those people you saw coming in here to talk to me, they weren't in front of you. Those are the representatives of the people that I had to get the okay from before I can talk to you. And they all said, okay. You see, I am a king who does the will of the people. I'm not a king that tell the people what the fuck to do. That was the model of democracy that the white folks saw, and they have twisted it. So your election, this whole election cycle bullshit, oh, we're going to vote. Make sure you register to vote. You can kiss my ass slowly in the crack with that bullshit because you're not voting for your king. You're voting to influence a bunch of other people so they can decide which one of they peoples they want to put in power to tell you what the fuck to do. That's not a democracy. That's a ritual. So as I've said, to approach these governments overseas to get justice, you have to learn their customs first. And some of them are very, very pompous. Some of them are very wealthy. They'll never show you this on TV. I used to wonder why you don't see like Amazon Web Services or Azure or any of that cloud shit in Africa. I thought they was ignoring us. I'm like, how they gonna black us out and not have us on the information highway? No. They won't let them in. They don't need that shit. We don't want it. The hell with you. So to my friend Roger, oh yes, I'm not just letting it go in one ear and out the other, my brother. I'm working my way through the government to find a sympathetic ear that will get me to their leader so I can state my case. And if I'm successful, he'll get his hearing or whatever they do. But if I'm blessed, they'll let him leave with me. That's what I got for y'all tonight. There's a lot of stuff going on in the motherland that they're not telling y'all about. Blacks are killing blacks who are aligned with the South African government. They're setting them on fire. Nigerians are attacking South Africans in Nigeria because they feel like y'all part of the goddamn problem too. And I have another question. Why is the U.S. military in Africa? Why is the Chinese business structure setting themselves up in Africa? Why is and that's the other problem. They say xenophobic. I heard that earlier. Yeah, we getting tired of all these motherfuckers coming in. You see, it's not like America. You see, haven't y'all figured this out yet? We're the only group they can't send nowhere. We were born here. Everybody else might have immigrated here, telling their hardship stories. Yeah, when I was a kid, I did this, and I had to sell this. Not us. Our story starts like this. I was born over here, and I've been here putting up with the bullshit ever since. That's our story. And when we get tired of the bullshit, we ain't got nowhere to go. We go back to our hood, which is still here. Imagine if you was in a relationship and you broke up, but you was still with the same motherfucker. You can't leave. And then you got new motherfuckers come in. This is a great place to be. No, it ain't. You motherfucker. Okay, you know what? Maybe I need to go somewhere. So what's happened is all of these other countries like China, Japan, and everyone else, they running down there to rape Africa too. But the difference is they're not having that shit at all. Do your research. They are burning motherfuckers up in the street. Y'all ain't seen that over here yet. Matter of fact, they haven't seen nothing from us. Sometimes I try to picture what it would be like if we flipped, all of us. Hold on a second. Got a lot of people I want to try to hit some waves back to. There we go. There we go. We got a lot of people that if they was to lose it, for real, they can deal with this shit. This entire country would implode. And I'm dead serious. I'll give you an example. Y'all remember when I was in Baltimore with the Freddie Gray situation? I didn't come to Baltimore when it first happened. I wasn't in Baltimore when the kids threw rocks at the cops. I wasn't in Baltimore when they brought in the National Guard. I wasn't in Baltimore when none of that shit happened. I came to Baltimore on the 5th day, when they started seeing something new, when we started doing these tactics, these guerrilla tactics that they didn't understand, buildings bursting into flames, cars speeding up on the cops, cutting U-turns and riding away, mysterious gunshots going off. This was guerrilla warfare that was about to start because there are a lot of vets, a lot of black vets, trained soldiers who are still sitting here. We don't go out and throw rocks. We watch and go, A little bit more. Okay, that's it. Let me get my shit. You understand what I'm saying? So no, they don't want the same way they're trying to take the bullets from y'all. No. They're trying to lopside the war. Remember, anybody who tells you to disarm yourself, you arm yourself. Just like I heard somebody else say, I want to repeat that too. Matter of fact, I think it was my man, Mr. Chappelle. Every black person should go out and register to own a fucking weapon. So much going on, y'all. So much going on. I done gave y'all some stuff to think about. I'm going to get back into this. And I'm going to try to enjoy the rest of my night. They acting up in Africa. They trying to take our rights here in America. And we still ain't got our shit together. Not at all. I can't keep talking to you. Y'all gonna look one day, I'm gonna be gone. My channel gonna be gone. And y'all won't hear this voice no more. But I hope that after I'm gone, you think and you remember. Remember my motto. Whenever y'all ready. And when y'all get ready, I'll be there. I'll be the first one to throw some shit. And on that note, going back to this Florida weather, signing off from Orlando. I love this shirt they gave me. Y'all check this shit out. It's dope, isn't it? This universal shit. We rolling, ain't we? Anyway, see y'all on the flip. Remember, if it ain't black, put it back. I'm out. They're burning motherfuckers up in Africa. They're not having that shit.